Hola. Is everybody in here? Nope. All right. Let's see. Sure. And oh, hey, we do have comments. Hey guys, what's happening? Not much. WM, chilling. Nothing is truly on the agenda. I needed to come out here and play around a little bit anyway, so I figured I'd hop on and have a little beersies with you. What's up, Russell? And I was really hoping my AC would cool it down a little bit more than it did in here. So if you see me toweling off, it's because it's super humid in the shop. Oh, man. And let's see, brand, we were going to do this. Let's put that up there. Oh, we got it. Nice. I'm going to work on some of this other stuff. But right now, we fancy. Like the videos of the laser. What's up, Terry? So that is one of the things I was going to talk to you guys about. I'll probably bring it up again because more people filter in. But I kind of, I'm pretty sure that I've sealed a deal with AP Laser. They should be sending me out a 24x48 CO2, 100 watt CO2, and that. And at that point in time, I'll have to kick my wife out of the garage because the thing is on a cart that's about like 6 or 8 feet wide, so you can roll it around, and the bottom is completely removable, so you can like roll it over a tabletop and laser engrave directly on the tabletop. And if that deal goes well, so that means if you guys watch those videos and give them some business, they have what they describe as a cutting-edge fiber laser that they will. It's in development right now, and they said that they would, if like as long as our business relationship is good, they will send me one of those out as well. So we getting toys, guys. We get more toys. Iron glider. So you feel like a human barometer all the time? Yes. Hi, wife. She's not completely out of the shop yet. Oh. Richard, you bought which same one? Be all right, Nick. Damn. Camera almost. Hi, T. What am I wedding? Well, I'm not working on anything right now. I'm talking to the peeps. You want to talk to the peeps? No? Okay. You sure? Okay, guys, we're not all coming out here. You have a friend over for this reason. Go play with him. Why not? Okay. All right, go deal with your mother. How did I seal the deal? I when I contact a company, so when I used to reach out to companies way back in the day, I just basically would say, I have a YouTube channel, I want to work with you. But now that I've worked with like some brands and made brands a lot of money, I can put metrics behind that. So like I can say that I have a 4.26% conversion rate with X tool and things like that. Okay, guys, we're not, baby, what? Okay, well, I'm not here. You got to deal with mommy, baby. Okay. Sometimes I wish that locked from the other way. So now I can put like some serious metrics behind it and say, hey, listen, I have sold X amount of units, or I've generated this amount of revenue. And when you can do things like that, it makes it a little bit more appealing to the bigger companies. Is that Port Arkansas, Texas? What's up, Corey? So I don't know if I'm talking to Vicky or Patrick, but a lot of it is track record. If you want to try to do that, and you're I put my brand behind it, so they know they're getting videos out of it, and they know that they're going to get traffic that way. That's cool, Richard. I love me some Xtool, or my D1. I've got it sitting right here. And I'm getting ready to do a best laser. Now that I've assembled and worked with probably a dozen. I still have a couple more that I have to review. But diode lasers, I'm going to do like the best laser for a beginner. And I mean, big shocker, it's the Xtool. Arkansas next to Corpus Christi. Interesting. I'm going to be in Corpus Thursday. Just order the Xtool with air assist, honeycomb board. You will bow. You will dig it. Let's see. It's Patrick. Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Okay, Patrick. Sometimes I don't put the names with the channels. What's up, Daniel? What do you mean it's what you heard? Did I say that? Maybe I did. Okay, so let's see. Also, I have to hit me up here in Corpus. I'll buy lunch. Yeah, we'll see. I'll be with my parent-in-laws. So we're going to do a couple of just tests on this. So it's probably going to get a little loud in here because I'm using my air filter. But I've had some people ask me if you can use the D1 to cut mirrored acrylic. So we're going to find out. Corey, not coming up anytime soon that I know of. Xtool, I gotta watch how I say this. The first contest was not super successful. I mean, it was successful. Don't get me wrong. I didn't pump it as nearly as much as I normally would have, because after they gave me the rules of like how they wanted to do it, where they wanted you to go in and like and comment and stuff like that, I didn't realize, but that goes against YouTube's guidelines. Like, you're not supposed to do that. So we'd already put that contest into motion when I found that out. And I was like, well, I'm not about to like publicize this now. So it was kind of hush hush. So I told them if we're going to do it again, we'd have to come up with a different way. I like the way where I just get you to, I just get you to go on, go sign up for my email list, because then that way I can push, excuse me, I can push. What? I'm always bald. All right. Why don't you guys go play in any other room except here? Ozzy has a friend down. Well, Ozzy and Tommy have a friend over, kid down the street. Nice. Anyway, if I can get you guys to sign up for my email list, it does me like that's not against their deal, and it does me good because then I can communicate things out to you guys. What's up, Daniel? Other different Daniel? You will dig the D1, man. Chris, right? My tips are very helpful. Thank you. Defensive. Why? I'm way more offensive than defensive. I had these shirts made for Mother's Day. This is how scatterbrained I am. I had shirts made for Mother's Day. Like one says it's the same logo, but it says "Build Mom Build" on it, and then I have another one that says "The Future is Female." Ordered them, had samples sent out. I got them. I threw them in the wash. The wife washed them, put them in the closet, and I totally forgot. Never said a word about them. So there's that. Okay, let's see how close we can get to cutting. I have white acrylic in there right now. So this is I'm actually using a software now called Streamlabs. If some of you guys were on here before, I was trying to do some of this stuff and I couldn't get it to work, but I think I've got it ironed out now. So I can do this. So I can show you what I'm working on while we're doing this, so I don't have to keep moving the camera back and forth. And then I just have too many mice again. And so we're just going to run a real quick cut path, I think, on this white piece of acrylic, because honestly, I don't think it's going to cut, but we want to check it out just to make sure. 18 to 80. Where is that? One to 15. That's what I want. 1 to 15. I don't, and they never come out. So it must be the fact that I told them not to come out. Daniel, I haven't seen the Z, or I mean, I've seen people making the Z adapters. And honestly, yeah, if you want to send me one, please do, because the fact that you can take the legs on and off and it comes with risers is great, but I still want to have the ability. That is not the right deal. I still want to have the, I would rather have the ability to build, I want to be able to build an enclosure around it and not have to somehow pull it out to take the risers on and off. So that Z axis is just a thing that needs to happen. Patrick, dude, believe me, more people say no than yes to me. But I will tell you this: I've only been, most of the time I get kind of they either don't respond or I get kind of a little form thing. The only two companies that have ever kind of really, I took offense to the way they said no was Glowforge, because they basically said I'm not their type of people, and One Wheel. One Wheel's a long shot anyway, but they were like, we need to protect our brand or something, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Let's see. There's one more. What are you doing out here? Oh, the images. Oh, okay. Cool. Perspective drawings. All right. So this, I don't like this speed thing. Hold on. Because after you do this a little bit, like some of these aren't going to work. So let me edit this real quick on the computer that I can't show you. We're just not going to do any of those. Let's get rid of those. Bring this over there. I have a feeling that we're going to be looking more like, you guys will see what we're doing here in a second. I'm just kind of running a cut path on here. The thing I pulled up was like a full grid, and I know that like 10% isn't going to cut this, so I'm not real worried about that. Because I think we might actually have to go multiple passes, but I want to see how this will. I want to see if this will cut a little bit better when it doesn't have, or when it still has the paper on it. So now let's see. Let's connect and check this out. I'm gonna turn my. I hope this isn't obnoxious for you guys. If I can figure out how to turn it on. There it is. There you go. That's not too loud, is it? It just filters my air a little bit, so I can keep the garage door's on. My son is always calling, dude. Actually, they never, like, normally when I'm on lives, they never come out here. And then my daughter's mad because my wife won't let her play on her tablet, which is regular around here all the time. Okay, but so Patrick, this kind of is this may appeal to you. I'm gonna run a quick frame. Is that dragging? You see that? The laser shield is like, well, what happened there? All right. Hopefully I don't smoke myself out, because if this stuff smells too bad, Hotter fan, I very much dislike Glowforge. If you heard my previous statement, I reached out to them and asked them if they wanted to do some affiliate work, and they basically said that I'm not their demographic or their kind of people. Daniel, Laserbox is just that. It's basic. The reason I promote it a lot on my channel is because I just want guys. I want people to. Oh my God, how big is this thing? Hold on a second. Sorry, I just realized that I made this thing ginormous when it started kicking out a pee like this. All right, let's move you over a little bit. And so a little air system in. Is that on? Okay. God, I hate that smell. Oh, anyway, so the reason I promote Laserbox basic software is because I think it's really good to, like, out of the box, a good tool to get started with. You should absolutely learn Lightburn. Yeah, like, if you're going to do anything more than hobby stuff, you should learn Lightburn. I try to promote Laserbox to show people that they can get in and start creating quickly. Okay, that's more like it. But Hotter, other than that, man, it's just the Glowforge is the Glowforge, man. They call it Slow Forge for a reason. It is kind of it's really user friendly. My opinion, it's a little overpriced for what it does. And then the other complaint is that they have proprietary software, so I have a Muse upstairs from Full Spectrum Laser. They have proprietary software as well. A lot of the CO2 places do. A lot of the Chinese lasers don't, and you can use Lightburn. I'm totally comfortable with I don't know a whole lot about how the software works for the Glowforge, but the software for the Muse works fine. Let me see if I can get you over here a little bit better. So we've upgraded a lot of tech around the shop, or we are in the process of doing that. Like I said, for you folks that haven't or just came in, I'm in talks with AP Laser. I think I will be solid on it next week, but they are supposed to be sending me out a 24 by 48 bed, 100-watt laser. Yes, it absolutely smells. That's the reason I have an air filter that I mainly use for carving and things like that. But it's pulling fumes off. I couldn't stand here right now, but if I didn't have that out here. 24 by 48, 100-watt CO2 laser. That is going to be over here where you see. Well, you don't see it right now, but that's going to be where where my wife's car is right now. She's been banished to the driveway along with me. And they said if we have a good working relationship, they're working on a kind of new technology for fiber lasers, and they said that, you know, like if we're mutually benefiting each other, they'll send me one of those as well. So that's very cool. I also have been talking to Xcarve about getting a CNC in the shop, because I think you could do some really cool stuff with like a laser and CNC combo. Yeah, Daniel, I hate to say it, but there's times where I wish I had a Cricut. That being said, I'm not going to go out and buy one. They want to send me one, I'll take it. Hodder, I had a little 3018 Prover. It was tiny. Where's my camera? It was probably like that, and I ran it a little bit. It was a little underpowered, and it was too small for what I wanted to do with it. I want to do more large scale stuff. That's the only work. That's the only work I've done with a CO2 with a CNC. But I definitely want to get one in the shop. It's like, so Inventables reached out to me, and they said they want to partner up. Inventables makes the Xcarve, if you don't know. But then there's been some delays, so it's just kind of like, come on, guys. Because like I thought I was going to have that in the shop like a month and a half or 2 months ago. Of course, now with the AP laser coming, with the big laser coming, I might have to rethink the mega bench here. I might have to break it down, because now I might want a smaller bench for the CNC and have things be a little bit more modular. All right, how we doing over there? So you always trade one smell for another. Like, I can't really smell the acrylic, but I can smell the adhesive from the masking. That's almost as bad. Hotter, you might not have been here yet. AP Laser's sending me out the big CO2. They said if we have like if our businesses are mutually beneficial, they will eventually send me a new fiber laser they're working on. It's supposed to be like a larger scale. The issue with a lot of fibers now is that working bed is very small. So we'll see. Oh yeah, leather's horrible. Leather is disgusting. I can't stand it. And I mean, keep in mind, I'm in the garage. Like, that's a fire sealed door behind me, or a fire break door. You know what I mean? So we are cutting now. Anyway, I'm sorry, Patrick. So what I want to do with some live streams, and maybe even this is kind of in the brainstorming stages, but for folks out there that have a business, and it doesn't have to be online. Like, you don't have to have like a YouTube channel or anything. What I'm thinking more along the lines of is trying to get like, if you have a product that you're trying to sell. Like, let's take Daniel for instance, because he sent me out. He makes these little honeycombs, and excuse me, and that's just like something that he sells, right? So I want to be able to, I don't know if it'd be like a different kind of segment, like, or a different kind of video, but I would like to, you guys send me the stuff that you're doing, or pictures of stuff you're doing, or whatever, and then I try to promote your business on my platform, because this isn't just about me, right? Harrison, I like LaserBox Basic for super simple stuff. If I'm getting more complicated, I jump into Lightburn. But if I had to weigh them out, like which one would I use? It would be Lightburn. I do more videos on Laserbox Basic because I have a lot of newbies that don't know anything really about lasers yet. So that's something that really get their feet wet quick. But I don't know how that would be. I don't know if it would be like a live stream type thing where we talked about different stuff, or if it would just be like you guys send me in, like Daniel's honeycomb. We keep using that as an example because it's here. And then of course, Daniel, you can't post links in here, can you? Can you email me your link again? And then I'll be like, hey, look, this is what so and so is doing with their business, and let's promote them. Blah blah blah. And I just think that would be kind of a cool use of my platform. Okay, that didn't cut or squat. I don't know. Let's try. Just for the giggles, I'm just going to run a box like 5 times and see how we do. Because it cut. The problem with acrylic is the lighter you get and the more transparent you get, the harder it is for a diode to see that kind of spectrum of color. And so what it ends up doing is superheating. And so sometimes you can get some kind of cuts or halfway cuts, but it melts the shit out of it. So, we'll see what this does. Could have melted the shit out of it. Could have cut us a nice little thing. Let's let it rock here, kids. 2 minutes. All right. Anyway, so Patrick, since I'm brainstorming right now, here, let me throw my deal up here. Hold on a second. Can I just put banners all over the place, or do I have to put one? Okay. Banner. Oh, there we go. All right, well, that'll work. Basically, what are your thoughts, Patrick? Like would it be? I don't know if I'm necessarily going to jump on here and do interviews. I know people have asked me to do that, and I coordinating with other people is kind of a pain in my ass. But would that look better in a live where I was doing a live and taking questions or whatever, and then I would pop up different people's works? Would it be better if I either tried to recreate what you've done or something in a video? I'm just open to suggestions. So if you wouldn't mind, just drop me a line. Let's keep in touch, and then let's also kind of work that out, because I don't know exactly what that looks like yet. Harrison, I don't. I don't know what that issue is. I hear a lot of people having that, and I've not. Thankfully, I've not had that with my D1 at all. I've had people have that same problem in. Harrison said, "Have you had problems with jumping or grinding?" Now, grinding, sometimes grinding only occurs because you accidentally, that's user error. A lot of times, you go outside of the workable area, and the laser slams into the side, and that's kind of one of the downfalls of the D1 is it doesn't have limit switches. My thing is you should kind of know where your laser is supposed to be anyway, so you don't really need limit switches, but it's, neither here nor there. But yeah, I seriously have not had that problem. Harrison is also my son's middle name, by the way. Hey, Shar. Let's see. Dan, did you hit me up yet, bud? I think I also have a note with you in here someplace. I just don't know where it is. Let's see. Honeycomb guy. There it is. Copy. Here, we'll just post this up here for you. All right. So this is, we're going to find out how many banners we can do at a time, kids. Honeycomb Etsy store. Doot. Doot. Let's just let me just put these into, oh, now you can't see mine anymore. No big deal. Anyway, that's it. Let me also, I know that you guys probably obviously can't click on that. And I don't think you guys can post links, but I can. So there it is if you want to check it out. All right, take it easy, brother. Well, so Patrick, like my thing is, and I've said this before, I've said this a million times, I didn't know I wanted a laser until I got it. And now I didn't know I would like a laser, I guess, until I got it. Now I love lasers. So like my mission is to get lasers in everybody's hands, right? So I feel like the more that we make it kind of Laser Nation, as I've playfully nicknamed it, the better. Okay. So we're getting through, but I guarantee you, so I can probably, it's not popping out yet. I could probably get this with about 7 passes, I'm going to guess. But I bet you the cut's not pretty. But we will try it just for the cheap seats. Let's see. Let's go review. Let's go 8 just in case. Take it easy, Richard. That is his Etsy shop on the deal. Fire the laser. Dragon Films. I do not have an M1. I really am surprised that they haven't even mentioned sending me one. But you like if you have one, you've touched it 100% more times than me. Oh, that's interesting. So when I drop something, okay, that's why I came up twice. I'm running you guys live in Facebook and on YouTube. I think I can do even more of that. I just wanted to start with 2, but that's another benefit of this Streamlabs thing is that I can go live in multiple places at once. So Doug, I have no problem. So I can cut acrylic. What color are you cutting though? This is white acrylic. This is kind of on that, like it may or may not cut. I just wanted to ruin a bunch of acrylics, so I decided to put it to the test. I had a piece of white acrylic, so I figured I wanted to see if I ran it with the masking on, if I could cut it. What we're really going to find out here in a minute is if I can cut the mirrored acrylic I have over there, which I'm going to guess no, but we'll find out. That's so weird. The laser is running, as you can see, and my screen, my working screen says it is it's finished. Have you guys seen the Bamboo X1 carbon 3D printer? I don't know a whole lot about 3D printers. I just know that they're slow, and this thing prints like crazy fast. With black backing paper method? Oh, let's see. So I have well, Chevanese. I'm gonna butcher your name. Chevanese. I haven't done it with. I haven't done it with glass. I've done it with plexi, or not plexi, acrylic, clear acrylic, and it works decent. I have a. One sec. So this isn't a great image for this, but that one. I have anything to put behind this that's dark. On clear acrylic is really hard to see like on the camera, but that is done with a painted background on plexi. I mean on acrylic. I don't know why I keep saying plexi. So I would think it'd be viable on glass as well. But they do not know. Of course it's sold out. What's sold out, Russell? Yeah, Scott. So you're probably only, even though it's going cross platforms, you can probably only see who's talking in wherever you are. Is it still going? This is really throwing me off. It's every once in a while, old laser box. Like, what are you doing? But Chev, as I'm going to call you because I think I got that part of your name right. I will be doing an acrylic video, like a clear acrylic video, soon. Did I really? Okay, cool. I'm still gonna call you Chef. I will be doing a clear acrylic video soon. It's on. If you guys saw the list of videos that I have, it's ridiculous. So that's on the way. Different ways to do glass is going to be on the way as well. Oh, Daniel sold out. Okay, gotcha. Just kidding. D1 and file your videos. Where can I get a test burn file for my D1? Richard, 1 second. I got you, man. I don't want to do that. Okay, Richard, it's right. It's right here. This drive has a bunch of different test patterns in it and some other goodies. Actually, it doesn't have too many goodies right now. Russell, so I have the Jimitsu. What is, I can't remember. When they sent this to me, it's their 5-watt railed version. You know, it's 4-rail like modular design. When they sent it to me, it hadn't been named yet, but I have that sitting right here. I did a video on it a couple weeks ago, actually a couple months ago now. This laser thing is throwing me off. Been hearing about wet paper towel, masking tape method too. So add those to your testing list. Yeah, there's a bunch of crazy stuff out there, and I don't know. Like, I like the stuff that is easy to start and clean up. Oh, Patrick, man, you can't. That's that is a can of worms, sir. It depends on your application. I like dyes over stains. I feel like dyes penetrate a little bit deeper. I think your Kita wood dye is going to give you kind of some of the most natural looking results. I realize that I'm saying natural when you're staining something red, but it just like you still get a little bit more of the wood feel out of it. But it can be kind of difficult to maneuver around. It's not the easiest stuff to mix. You've got unicorn spit that right out of the bottle works great, but it's kind of pricey. And the problem with unicorn spit is it's water-based, so you have to use an oil-based sealer on it. If you use anything water-based on it, it'll run. For outdoor applications, all right, there we go. I also cracked the shit out of it. So yes, let's see if we can do this a little bit better here. So yes, you can cut it, but see how that's a jagged edge? Here's a, I didn't even mean to put you up there, Richard. How do I do that? How do I make that go away? So a lot of times when somebody asks me if, let's put this back up here. A lot of times people ask me if something will cut, right? Like, can you cut half or quarter inch plywood with the 10 watt X tool D1? I say no. And then somebody's going to be like, I proved you wrong because I ran it 100 passes and here's my result. And the result will be all jagged and it's burnt and it took 100 passes. And to me, that's not a viable solution. At that point in time, you're better off buying a scroll saw or something, right? So a lot of times when I tell you like a material isn't good on laser, that's why. Okay, I'm going to show you some really cool acrylic. I am not guaranteeing you that all of this will cut on the D1, but if you have like a CO2 or something, I got a place for you. So this is mirrored acrylic. I'm going to, since this is clear, well, maybe we'll leave it on. Nah, I'm not going to do that. We'll pull its fence down a little bit. All right. So this is what mirrored acrylic looks like. I'm not super hopeful for this, but we'll try. We'll try both sides and see how we do. I've had somebody asking me quite a few times to do this, and I keep forgetting to test it. So we're going to do it right now. If I can get this on laser bed. 1 sec. We'll make it fit. All right. Go heart my store, guys. I also I have so this is going to be like a more long-term video. You're not going to see you're not going to see this for a while, but what I've done is come up with a couple products that I'm just going to kind of follow in an Etsy store for a while and see how they do. I may or may not have come up with an idea where if I make enough money to buy a Glowforge, I'm going to buy a Glowforge and destroy it. Why? Because I hold a grudge. All right, so let's, you know what, man? Let's just send this with the 8. And I got too many mice going here, guys. And you guys are pointing the wrong way. And that is lighting the shop up. Damn. Okay. Reflective stuff, like, just so you guys know, if you're doing glass or even metal to a certain degree, you definitely want to make sure you're wearing these guys if you don't have an enclosure, because it refracts everywhere. Take it easy, Daniel. Let's see here. Oh, anyway, so while we're doing this is going to be hard for me to see. But dude, check some of the stuff out. This is blue. It's hard to see the colors. This is semi-transparent. You wouldn't be able to cut this on the D or the X tool, but that is a cool piece of acrylic. We also have this, which is sparkly. I just want to play with some of these just because the colors are so cool. All right. This one is as well as sparkly. Look at that. They have some crazy, just, I don't know how they make this stuff, but it's so cool. So I'm gonna make some earrings of this stuff and some jewelry because I think the uniqueness of the patterns women will like, and dudes if that's your thing. Let's see, and then, well, you can't really see that, but this is like that safety orange color. All right. Anyway, so the name of that place is, let me pop this up. People ask me about this a lot. I am not affiliated with this place at all, but I will always promote them because I think they make cool stuff. The place is called Houston Acrylic. And go look at their stuff, man. And then the thing is, this is how they get you. You want to know how they get you? That's cool, Jamie. So acrylic, like these crazy colors and stuff, isn't cheap anyway. And then it's free shipping if you buy over $100. So you go in to buy 1 or 2 sheets and you end up buying 5. Can you guys not hear me? What's up, Juan? Chev, what do you mean? Like, how are you packaging? I think, now granted, it's going to be like your own thing, but I think packaging is everything when you're selling handmade goods, right? Because people, as much as they hate to admit it, well, one, we live in an unboxing society. And you know what? I hate it when I buy a new piece of electronics and I got to peel 5 boxes apart to get to what I want to use. But people dig that stuff. And I think people truly expect a nicer packaging when they buy something handmade. So find your thing, find whatever you can that's cheap, that still looks good, and then make it your own. Absolutely, Brian. That's what I'm here for, man. I mean, I wouldn't, like, if I wasn't getting back what I was putting out there, I wouldn't be doing nearly as many laser videos. You guys know that I started this channel as much more of a woodworking channel. And it's just the laser community has had a much bigger need for information, and I get better feedback from that. So that's the reason you see more laser videos and less build videos. Are we finished? I can't see. The funny thing is I can't look over and see if it's going now or not because I can't see the laser. Russell, I haven't, but have I got something for you, buddy? I just found out about this the other day. I've not used it, but when you're doing cutting boards, you know how like sometimes you do a cutting board, especially if it's like if the woods are two different colors. But even like a lot of times when you do like walnut or something like that, give me a BRB. Let me go grab something real quick. This will make my point better. Whew. All right, sorry about that, but this is just it's a serving board, right? And how well can you see that? The laser's off now. You can see it a little bit better on camera with like real harsh light, but when this is in just regular light, it's really kind of hard to see this. And this, I did this on my CO2, but I ran it twice because I was trying to darken it up. And what I found out, and you will see this on the channel soon because I just ran out and bought it. There is a product on the market called Laser Dark. It comes in black and brown. What you do is when you're going to be laser engraving something like this, where and it's the funny thing is it looks really good on this light. In regular light, this does not look good. It's hard to read. But what you do is you mask it first. So you put a sheet of masking on there, laser engrave it, and remove anything that doesn't burn out. Usually burns out everything. And then you spray it with this laser dark. And what it'll do is it'll just darken the insides of all the stuff. And it's just less aggressive than a paint. And it's not gonna it's not black spray paint. It'll just make it look a little bit more black. Anyway, highly recommend if you're doing cutting boards or anything like that. I don't know if that was your question. That's just kind of got me thinking. Oh, the RA2 is absolutely worth it. I wish they would have better documentation on it because I'm just getting blasted with people asking how to use it. And the thing is, like when I did the demo for it, they hadn't changed the software yet, so I didn't have a bunch of those issues that people were having. That not all the points were closed or removed. It was a word broke apart. You're going to have to go find the two ends of that letter and connect them or delete it and put it back in. If I don't know why. I think it just doesn't. I think the computer program behind it can't figure it out when it's supposed to be a closed thing and it isn't. Because you'd think it would just not do that. Chevanese, I don't have one, but I can tell you this. You have to go in person. You cannot do this online. But right now, if you go to Hobby Lobby, they are selling these. This is Acacia or Case, or I can't remember exactly what it is. And all of their cutting boards and serving trays and stuff like that are 50% off. So I think I spent like $7 for that, and I could sell it for $50. So here's our first issue with mirrored acrylic. At first, let me see if I can get you here. Actually, let's just do this. Wow, that's just really bright. Is that better? Okay. I don't know if you can see this. Like, it looks like it burned all the way through. It burnt the back through. Like, there's nothing on the front of this that's cut at all. So we're going to turn this over. And we're going to run it again and see if cutting through the back will do it. I don't think it will, but, you know, nothing like trying stuff out, right? This should be a little better on the eyes, too, because it won't be as reflective. But, yeah, we'll just run that same thing again. Do I have black stuff in my face? Yeah, like when you go in and it has like the rotary and the rollers and stuff like that. I didn't have any of that when I was reviewing the unit. Let's see. Use acrylic. What is LL flooring? Is that a place where you're getting cutting boards? So you don't have overlapping vectors. So you can kern in Lightburn. You can adjust the space in between the letters, which is something that I think they tried to do in LaserBox, but it didn't. There's a little spacing function there, but it doesn't work the way they want it. I don't think it works the way they meant it to. So you can have. Most of the time, people are trying to join overlapping vectors, but yeah. So you can make sure that your letters don't overlap. You can also join vectors in Lightburn. So if you had script and you didn't want the tails to cut through each other, you can join all that. Hold on. Where are these? So funny. It's giving it a much cleaner cut on the back. Maybe it will cut through. Woo-hoo. I don't think it will. I'll tell you this. Not like smell the stuff. But what is everybody else out there doing or making? I mean, are you like who's doing stuff that they're selling? I guess is the question. And I need another beer. I will be right back. Beer run. Beep. How you doing? How's the stress? How's the stress? How's your stress level? And William, how are those doing for you? Hold on. It is called Laser Dark. If I can, and if you go like look at their website's really rudimentary. I think it's either something that they just started making or something. Commercial orders for businesses. 70s. Send me. Hold on a second. Let me swap these out. Email me. Your name seems familiar, like I've seen you in. I don't know if you've ever emailed me before, but send me an email. I've got a guy that sent me a link to like all of his tumblers. As far as flasks, if you're doing the best deal I found on flasks for like a 12 or 24, 30 or whatever. I can't remember how many they come in. Actually, they probably come in like 30 or 40. So far has been on Amazon. If you find yourself where you're needing 200 or 300 flasks at a time, I would look at like AliExpress or Alibaba and just make a deal with the distributor. What are you calling a bar key? Are you calling it a bottle opener, or is that something different? Yeah, you should definitely charge hourly for that. Well, after a while, the 70s, I would do like a you know, I mean, I do like a setup fee if I have to design your artwork or if I have to resize or to mess with it at all, which is almost always. And then I just charge. I charge time. I charge laser time as I charge. See, are you making the leather koozies or are you buying them? The reason I ask is because I had somebody in a laser group recently asking for a good supplier of, or a good place to buy. Oh, so it's the spinny. Yeah. Okay. All right. I was a bartender many moons ago, but I know what you're talking about now. I was just thinking church key, bar key. Yeah. But if you have a good supplier of leather koozies or you want to sell them, let me know, and I will. I'll see if I can put you guys in touch. If I can find that post, you know how. Okay, well, hey man, if you want to make some more, like I don't know how labor intensive it is, or if you want to try to sell them to somebody, I might have a buyer for you. This is what I'm talking about. This is why you guys need. This is why we need to like communicate like this, because I talk to a lot of people. I get asked a lot of questions and for a lot of things in a day that I just don't have any interest in doing. My interest is making content. I am looking into some like commercial ideas so I can be making extra money in the background, but I'm not, I don't want to stop making videos. I guess what I'm getting at. So yeah, shoot me an email and remind me what we're talking about, because so far 3 or 4 people are going to email me, and then I get about 12 to 24 a day anyway. Rocks glasses, Real Housewives, nice. My email is on the screen. AZ Cowboys, probably not as often as I should, but one thing I would suggest to do is go out and buy one of these. What this is this is a like fan of compressed air, so you can blow stuff out. It charges over USB. You don't have to buy compressed air anymore, because I used to go through a ton of compressed air, or if you have an air compressor in a shop. But you want to blow everything out, wipe everything down, a little lithium grease. A little lithium grease, and a little of this stuff goes a long way. So don't just coat your machine in it. But I do that. Basically, what I do is I blow out, because you don't want to have anything in your belts. Like if you get little crap in your belts, that's when you'll skip. So you know, blow all that stuff out first. I wipe everything down, and then I'll go in there and I'll hit the metal parts where the wheels roll with a little bit of this. And honestly, like this isn't you can, but I wouldn't even squirt it all the way down. I would squirt like a little bit and then take a paper towel and wipe the rest of it around. That's mainly. Now, if I'm doing a lot of other work in the shop, like I'm doing a lot of cutting or something, there's a lot of dust in the air, I'll do like a more of a wipe down of just the whole machine. Also, as I'm looking at it, don't neglect the top rail where the gantry runs. Get that with a little white lightning as well, a white lithium premium grade. You know what I'm saying? Roads, no. I started making content. I do commission work. I don't sell a lot of stuff. I am pursuing that as kind of a hot side hustle to make some more money, and because I have people that are really interested in it. But I've never, I didn't start the channel to sell things. I mean, like obviously I'm repping brands and whatnot, but I started the channel to educate people. It is on Amazon. I think I just looked up automatic compressed air or something, but ask me about it in the email, and I'm sure I got it off of Amazon. So ask me about it in the email. I can send you a link. All right, let's check this out. Yeah, so that one like cut perfect, but it's maybe halfway through there, which means that if I continue to do that, it's just going to look like that. So it is so the old mirrored acrylic is a no-fly zone. Let's see here. Trying to see if any of these are. That's pretty opaque. Let's try this. It's the most satisfying part of this, and I ruin it every time. Also, I hate working with acrylic, but it looks really cool, right? All right. All right. Come on. Like 0 fingernails right now, too. Good Lord. This is what you guys tuned in for, right? See me bumble around at acrylic. We're trying to peel acrylic. There we go. All right. All right. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out, Kev. We're doing it live. All right, let's get out of here. And my mouse died. Mousy. There we go. Okay, we got a box. What's in the box? I'm just going to do a couple boxes real quick. See, not like that. And we'll do them at just real quick cut, or I say quick. We'll just do a couple passes. I don't know if you guys, I work with a Mac and a PC, and I get so confused about the control versus command buttons. Also, for you guys that weren't here, I was on a live stream. I was playing with the 20 watt. And I was literally explaining that my thoughts were don't get it. Like, I don't think it's worth it. And in that time, I was engraving a flask, and I engraved it so fast that I changed my opinion midstream. It was like, holy crap, this is a game changer. This is going to like make production speeds so much faster. So when I do the two mice kill me. Am I out? Oh, no, no. Okay. When I do the best beginning laser, I'm also going to talk about X Tools innovation, because I mean, come on, guys. They came out with the Chuck rotary, which is brilliant, and then the 20 watt is the next. I mean, I think they're just doing all the right things. They need to hire more customer support people, but. So AZ, what, when you say Northern White Tile method, are you doing, what paint are you using, I guess? Are you using Rust-Oleum, blah, 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 whatever? I can't remember what the white whale is. They can't hardly find it anymore. So what I use is what I use is heirloom white, which is kind of close to whatever the white whale one is. There's like smoky beige or something that everybody's apeshit for. It's got a high titanium oxide content, I believe is what it is. If you're not using Rust-Oleum, switch to Rust-Oleum because they have more titanium oxide in their paints. If you're not getting a good spectrum, and you are using something like that, you are either, a lot of times you're either putting too much or not enough paint on it. So I would play with that. And it's just a light. When I do it, I do a light coat one way, and then I switch 90, and I do one more light coat. And you just want to, you just keep the can moving. You don't want to build up on the edges or anything. Oh, AZ, one of the other thing is, if it's gloss, try like a satin or vice versa. I hear people have different, I don't know if it has to do with humidity or whatever, but some people like to use gloss better and some people like to use satin better. I use satin everything, but it's just, I always have. So Brian, have you seen I was talking about it earlier. Have you seen the Bamboo Labs, the X1, what is it? X1 carbon? Like, it's crazy, stupid fast on how fast the thing prints. Yeah, I did. So this is, I just haven't made a video about it yet. This is a speed and power on a mirror, and then what do I do with that? I forget that I'm wireless, and you guys can hear me talking over here. But I mean, this isn't going to show up well until I shine light through it. But that's a little pinhead. Funny thing is, that has some lines in it, but I think it's the image. I think the image actually has lines on it too. But I wanted to order mirrors to try, and I ordered like a mirror tile, and they the cheapest I could buy, or the most economical I could buy was like 50. I got 50 of those things. I don't know what to do with them. So Ronald, stay tuned. That unless something comes up, the next video I put out, which if you haven't caught my shorts, I'm going to be out of town this coming week. So there won't be any videos this week because I was lazy and just didn't plan ahead. The next video that I do put out is going to be the best laser for beginners. Shocker, it's the D1. And so the first part of that video is going to be why and the good things about it. And then I'm going to go a little bit into the rotary, not a ton, because I know people have tons of questions. So there'll probably be another full-on rotary video. And then the last part of that is I'm going to hook up the 20 watt and take it through some test stuff. They've asked me not to. Well, they asked before they started sending them out. They asked me not to make like a full-on video about it until the production models were being shipped out, which is the only reason I haven't done it yet. Falling while it's in the middle of the job after tightening it, never. I mean, that's out of all the lasers that I've dealt with, that's got to be one of the most solid gantries, Z-axis deals that I've seen. Oh, Brian, just it's I've only seen a couple demos because I think it's still in Kickstarter land, but go check out Edge of Text video on it. I saw like a TikTok on it where the guy was just like, I guess it's like super easy to set up. Like you can put 4 things of filament in it at once, and it prints something ridiculous like 10 or 20 times faster than other 3D printers. All right, and this is the last acrylic we're cutting for today. This stuff stinks, man. I wish I could see new versus old people. I can see like how many people are in here, but I can't see like how many newbies. You know, the numbers kind of stays the same. So I wish I could see like, oh, there's 20 new people in here, because I would repeat myself. All right. It's always weird when you're cutting at 1 millimeter a second, because the laser head, like you look over and you don't think it's moving. I see, Ryzen, that's weird to me. Like, I don't know why it would fall, because like if you look at how it's attached, it almost seems to me like I don't want to say you didn't have it tight enough. I would assume you would tighten it. But the way that it goes in there, like it's odd to me that it would slip. Unless you had it, well, unless you had it too low. I guess it would just be too low. But if you had it too low to where when you tighten that screw in, it's not actually touching it, or it's like right on the edge to where if the laser moves it, you know, it drops a little bit. But I've never had it drop in the middle of anything. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's probably your fault. No, I really don't know. It won't do it, William. The stepper motors aren't strong enough to hold it. I've had a couple people ask me that, and like while it's running, if you flip it up, the whole gantry will just slide down. Because I know what you're talking about. You've seen people hang like a CNC on the wall, and their stepper motors are more robust than like a diodes are. Hey, Kevin, what's up? Sorry, I don't drink beer very often, and so like when I do, I get like belchy. I was feeling a little Yellowstone withdrawal. Had to get me some Coors Heavies. How close are we to being done here, kids? What's up, Richard? There's no there's nothing to be ashamed of. We were all newbies once, and I make newbie mistakes all the time. So that's funny. Also, when you're cutting acrylic, you can hear it every once in a while pop. Usually means you're going too hot, but you'll hear it go. What's up, Mike? North side of Houston. So when you say north side of Houston, where are you really? Hey, we can do it DIY. I didn't see you come in. Oh, Brian, you missed. Were you not here for the clear acrylic debacle? Let's do it then. I just had it. Seriously. The D1 is not cutting clear acrylic. I don't know where I put that piece. I literally just tried to cut a piece. I thought I said down here with everything else. What did I do with that? I'm losing my damn mind. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's white. Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing mirrored. You can't cut clear acrylic. Now, are you trying to Brian, are you trying to cut or are you trying to engrave? It's weird that it's false. Oh, so you are north. You said. I'm like over near Katy. Oh, shit. Let's check it out, kids. Ooh, that's good. These are good cuts, man. I mean, they're like, so this is 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think. But 3, 4, and 5, that's viable for a cut. I mean, normally with acrylic, you're not doing big things anyway, but they're clean. That's what you're looking for. Like when I try to do white, where's that white? See how that's all janky? I can't do it backwards. Like that's a horrible cut. Like yes, you can cut the material, but that looks like crap. So that's just viable. So that's some of the stuff from Houston Acrylic, and it'd be fancy. Let's see if we get engrave on it. See what the engrave looks like on it, I guess. Do. What are we engraving? Oh my goodness. So I bought this really cheap mouse, and it sucks. Just FYI. Okay, so we're gonna engrave. Let's see. What are we thinking? Always, Kevin. Always. Are you going back to the grind? Yeah, Brian. You can't cut clear acrylic. So the more translucent or transparent your acrylic gets, the harder it is for a diode to see. If you want to do clear acrylic, you really need to look at like a CO2. So Riser, it looks like Iron Glatter's having the same or has had the same problem. I've never. Are you going super fast? I wonder if it just vibrate now. Okay, let's see. Laser files. Okay, fill that. Jesus. Make it small. Make it racist. Please don't. Sorry. If you guys know, you know. Okay. What were our engraving settings for acrylic? Anyone? I don't have them in my head at the top of my head. What? Let's see. Are we calling this black acrylic or yellow acrylic? Let's see. Yellow acrylic. You're not what? 3050. Okay, we can do that. Wait, 30 power? Yeah. Okay, and then we're just gonna cut. Man. You know, like, I realize that I tell everybody to use LaserBox. You guys have to know, I don't like LaserBox all that much. I think it's great to start off with, and I try to use it in my videos so you guys can see how easy it is to work with, but it's just not, there's better stuff out there. Okay, and this is going to be cuts. And what I just say, there's one, like, we'll go 3 passes just to be clear. All right. This is weird, man. Venture, we tried it and it doesn't work. It's I don't know why, but when I tried it with the backing on it, it just like it did the same thing that it did with the mirror. Like it melted, like it passes through, and if you get it hot enough, it'll melt the inside, but it just doesn't give you a clean cut. And I think on that mirror, it was hitting the back, right? Richard, sure. Let's see. This stuff, they have different sizes, so I'm not sure. Let's see. Yep, 12 by 19. Okay, frame it. Oh, you guys are right on top of that, aren't you? All right, start. Oh. I'm really curious how this is going to look, because I've done some. Like, I still love, like, look at this. Look at this, the engraved. Now the circle's of course not centered because I'm me, but that is like a red acrylic, like sparkly red. But look at the engraved, dude. The engraved did really well on that. Vince, I didn't do it today. It was a different video, but we tried to do clear. What we tried to do is we tried to do clear with the what is making that noise? We tried to do clear with the 20 watt to see if the 20 watt would cut clear, and it still there's the limitations get to there. The limitations come from the spectrum of light and what it can see and not see. What you'll find is that like a blue diode laser won't cut blue acrylic because its spectrum is too close. There's smarter people that can explain this better than I can, but that's the nuts and bolts of it. Oh, Brian, I like. anybody, I tell everybody, like, don't stay in LaserBox forever. I'm in there a little bit more because I'm trying to show people how to use it. But is that engraving? I don't think we're getting an engrave off that. Hold on. Huh. So it cuts well, but it's just melting the crap out of it. I wonder if we will lower it. Let's run it. Maybe it's just that hot, man. Come in here and let's do let's run that out to like 85. If it doesn't work, we'll find out quicker. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up. Ladies and gentlemen. So when I'm looking at that, I'm looking through the protective lens, by the way. I'm not looking directly at that. Believe me, man, you know if you look at that laser too long. If you guys have ever been anywhere where they're welding and accidentally looked at it when they're welding, it's the same feeling. Although I think this like is a little bit more subtle and sticks with you a little longer. Yeah, honestly, I do like the ease of using the rotary in LaserBox. I think that is something that Lightburn has overcomplicated for no reason. But I normally, when I'm using the rotary, I'm not doing anything real complicated either. Normally I'm doing just a logo or something, and that's all you need is LaserBox. It's like when you're getting into like complicated carvings, like you're doing boxes and stuff like that, with like little tiny, finger joints or something, or if you're doing really complex carvings, or if you're doing a lot of layers. That's what LaserBox doesn't do well. Well, I shouldn't say they don't do it well, like, because each individual object, you can set everything to it, but it's really hard to distinguish one from another. Whereas in Lightburn, everything's a layer or a work path, I guess. Yeah, Ryzen, that's actually a good suggestion there from Brian. I don't think that's marking. Is it marking? Okay, it is not. So that's interesting. I mean, it's not even. Now I'm really curious about something. When I did this the first time, I did it from the back. Hey, I wasn't on the shiny, sparkly side. So I wonder if we run that same thing over here, if it will show up because it's not shiny and sparkly. I really didn't. It's just so you guys know, I didn't really buy most of this acrylic to run on the D1 at all. I bought it for my CO2. I just like to bring it down here and see if it'll work. NZ, I don't. I think it is a cool idea. I don't have one. I've never seen one in the wild, so I don't want to tell you, because somebody did make a good point that a lot of times when we try to make, or not when we, but when companies try to make a like all-in-one machine, it either kind of doesn't do so hot in all regards, or it's really good in one thing and the other two are just kind of ancillary. That being said, I've never used it, never touched the machine, never tried it, so I can't speak to it one way or another. I haven't even heard anything about it. Yeah, Brian, see, man. What I didn't realize is I was doing a glass like a pint glass one day, and I had cold galvanizing compound on it or something, and it was in the rotary, and I just wasn't really paying attention. And then I was walking out of the shop and turned the lights out in the shop, and it looks like a disco in here because it refracts out everywhere. So it's just like flashing blue light all over the place, to the point where, like, right now I'm probably pretty good. That's probably not reflecting into my eye from where I'm standing and where the laser is. But when you're doing glass right there, it's, you're just getting blasted from the side. Right, ladies? Just kidding. Not kidding. All right, let's see. Huh. I'm really curious. I think that's engraving that upside down. So I guess you guys don't know what you're looking at. I'm doing the Avengers A, and I don't know why it would be engraving upside down, but I think I can see the A. It's real faint, but like if you look, oh, you can't see my pointer. Here, actually, I just put. If you look like right there, boop, right there, boop, boop, there's an A, but it's upside down. And it's not like the camera's upside down, like it's engraving it upside down on the workspace. I do. Now I'm really curious if I had something inverted on the working screen, because that is bizarro. And then I'm also oh no, it's not. Okay. All right, now it's right set up. I was looking kind of the point of the A, and I thought it was the leg of the A. That's all right. It's super faint though. But that's funny. It shows up on here and it doesn't show up on the other one. Let's well, we'll run it and then we'll try it again. Right? We're doing it again. I wonder how much crap is in this glass. All right. It's time to get real, kids. It is it's past 3:50. Okay, so do you guys see what I'm talking about? Can you see where it's engraving? It's real light. And did I no, I mean I sped it up. Why did I speed it up? Oh, I sped it up because I thought it was marking it. Okay. Buffalo Trace, you're killing me. The proper way to open a bottle of booze. There we go. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, I'm there. Oh. All right. So, Valve are here, and we're waiting for that. Suggestions on what you guys want to see. So I realize you guys, like, everybody isn't going to run out and buy a gigantic 100-watt CO2 because I have one, but I'm sure you want to see what it's capable of, right? So not just for the 100-watt, but in general, like, is there something that you feel like is lacking out there that you're trying to get a handle on and you are not, you're not seeing? So Brad, 20 watt. So let me just I keep trying to clarify this with people just because I think we get hung up on, and you didn't say it, so this may not apply to you, but if you're looking at the 20 watt for its cutting capability, it's cool that it can cut almost 3/4 of a piece, like a 3/4 piece of wood, right? But it doesn't cut it fast, and you're still going to be better off with like a scroll saw or something like that. It does vastly speed up engravings. So, I mean, there is that. It's definitely, I think, like, I don't want to say just dudes, but it seems like a dude thing. Like you went the most powerful one, and just because you can cut like a 1/2 inch piece of plywood with it doesn't mean that you should, right? Right on, Eric. Cheers to you, my brother. Let's see. Oh, is that? Oh no, sorry, it's not finished. But and that being said, hey, listen, man. Like I like I said, that I'm pro 20 watt. I'm not saying that, but I get a lot of folks that are like, oh man, well, how thick a material can it cut? I'm like, well, you know, it can cut pretty thick material. It doesn't do it fast, so it might not be viable for what you're thinking. You know, I mean, if you wanted to cut out, let's say you wanted to cut like a 1/4 inch piece of walnut into like puzzle pieces. I can think of like 5 ways right off the top of my head that will be faster than doing it with a 20 watt laser. That's right, Venture. You smashed that thing. Yeah, Shelby. If you're doing mainly cutting, well, let me put it this way, and I'll say the same thing in the beginning video. No, I would say no matter what you're looking to get into, the X tool is the perfect gateway laser, right? Because it has a decent cutting ability. Even the 10 watt has a decent cutting ability. It's great for engraving. It's pretty intuitive. It's pretty easy to use. Pretty easy just out of the box. My first diode laser was the Orture Laser Master 2 Pro, and it is a solid machine. It is a pain in the ass to figure out how to work. So, and that's what I like about the D1 is it's like out of the box, you can kind of start doing stuff pretty quickly. Not see, Steven, am I misunderstanding that? Not see Extel D1, a lot of plastics. It can engrave a mark. So a lot of plastics you have to avoid because they're harmful when you use. Rich, we know, man. We know you don't like the Extel. But I do have some engravable plastic. Do I have any down here? So this is a product that is by Enduramark that is designed specifically for cutting with a laser. So as you can see, you can engrave it. I have such a hard time when I have the camera split. I'm going the wrong way. As you can see, my hand's over here. You can engrave it. You can also cut it. It took me a while to kind of dial that in, but this is safe to cut with. And all this is done on the D1. This isn't. This was designed for CO2 lasers, but it's this, like all this stuff was all done on the D1. And Rich can actually probably talk to why you don't want to engrave plastic probably better than I can. Let's see. And what is Rich? What's the new one that they're? What's the new 2 trees that's coming out? The 10 watt. Do you remember what that is? Rich is Louisiana hobby guy. Go sub his channel immediately. So you don't. They just reached out to me with their new Two Trees 10 watt. I hadn't heard a whole lot about it, but I was like, I'll check it out. And Rich really likes the Niji Max. I don't like fiddling with it. Is that still going? I'm telling you, when it's cutting that slow, man, I can't tell if it's moving now. I just got an email the other day, Rich. So, I mean, I think we don't always have the same people either. I still don't know what company is really AtomStack. I don't know if you'd noticed that, but there's like atomstack.com, atomstack.net, atomstackofficial.com. And like I get emails from different people from all of those places. I don't know who's legit. I'm like, do you guys all are you just all getting these units from someplace? And Rich too. They Niji reached out to me and said that they call it an 11 watt laser, but it's supposed to be fixed focus, so you don't have to adjust it and stuff like that. Yeah, right. It's confusing. So, Rich, AP Laser sending me out a 100 watt 24 by 48 laser. Sorry, man. If you heard, the sales guy told me about this. I don't know anything about it. They have some sort of cutting edge fiber laser that's in the works. You what? You need a wrench? What is that for? What do you need a wrench for? Okay, I don't know if that will fit, baby. Here, try this. That one's adjustable. What? Does it smell plasticky? Acrylic. Yeah, so they supposedly have some sort of like really cool fiber laser that's coming out. Wait, so which software? So for their fibers, Rich? Because I thought that I thought their CO2s use Lightburn. I don't know for sure. Anyway, oh, he's done. Where's my fine shit? So that needed another pass. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Am I not in front of the camera? Oh, here we go. It's super light. Oh wow, we just have a huge lag. Wow, let me try it up here. Camera number 2 is lagging bad. Oh, apparently Streamlabs is lagging bad. Can you see that ghost of an image on there? What am I doing here? Steven, if you can find a cheap 50-watt fiber, let me know. All right. Does it really? That's good to know. So if I just complete, okay, there we go. This is lagging bad all of a sudden. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. Like, there's a real light engrave. It's because I kind of changed it, but apparently it does. It engraves on one side of that acrylic and not the other. So the sparkly side is too reflective, I guess. Eric, cracking me up. Break out in handcuffs. Anyway, yeah, Rich, man, if you haven't checked out Houston Acrylic, they have some really cool shit. Like some of their, I was showing these guys earlier. I don't know if you're here. Like, I bought this for the CO2, but like they have these really cool cast panels. That's just like crazy colors and stuff like that. Dig it, man. Oh, sweet. Awesome. So, Ryan reached out to me, dude, and was like, hey, like, do you mind trying some of these things? And we started like working together, and we started making some money. So I hope you do the same. Black all over tile of Jim Morrison. Eric, I have not done 3-color tiles. I want to say Jim over at Edge Attack did some cool 3 and 4 colors. Or maybe he's just doing 3. There's a guy in the X-Tool D1 official group that does. It's something crazy, like, excuse me. Yeah, right. I think he does 4 colors. And I'm like, to dial that in has to be a pain in the ass. I don't know how you do it. I'm going to turn some of this off so it's not so loud. But yeah, Rich, man, check out like the engravable plastics are really cool. The laser thins, which I haven't even played with a whole lot, they have an adhesive backing on them, so you can pretty much just like laser engrave like stickers and shit if you want. Very cool. Eric, I must see this tile. You have to email me at the email address on the screen because I want to see it and share it. So I see some new people in here. So I just want to bring this up again. One of the ideas I have for the channel going forward is to kind of showcase other people's wares. If you're selling something, or if you, I mean, mainly if you're selling something, but if you just show off your stuff, that's cool too. I just don't know how that would look exactly. Like, would you? I don't necessarily want to do like interviews on the channel because I don't do well with like scheduling with other people. But would you want to see a live where I like showed a bunch of people's works and then just kind of like link to them down below? Would you guys want to see like a video where like Eric sends in his really cool Jim Morrison tile and then I try to recreate it while giving him credit for the original piece and kind of pointing traffic his way if that's what you're looking for? If you guys are interested in that, or you have any ideas on that, do me a favor and send me an email at the email on the screen, because I'm trying to work that out. I'm not exactly sure what that would look like or what people would want it to look like, right? but I figure I'm getting up there in subs. If I can drive more business to some of you guys, because that's what it's all about, right? You guys are the ones that subbed me to and have gotten me to where I am. So anytime I can give back, anytime I can give away a laser, stuff like that, I'm trying to do that. But I think that making this more of a like a laser nation, right? But making this more of a somehow that I could like it's not just about my channel getting bigger, but it's about my channel. It's about getting all of us more business. I feel like is mutually beneficial, and it's something that I can do for you guys. So, so Rich, they're still in there. I've had a couple. I made the mistake of eating like 4 or 5 of those one night, and was not happy about it the next day. But it might happen. It has to be like one of those nights where the wife has something else to do and is not. She was not happy. She was not very happy about that night. Because I just pop those, like you don't really you don't notice, pop those things like candy. I would say don't eat more than about 2 of those. But speaking of the wife, and I do believe I heard their friend leave. I am going to I'm gonna drop off here. I've been here for like 2 hours. Wow. Wish had been talking to my friend, to a friend of mine. Don't see him. Says Rich is an awesome dude. Rich is an awesome dude. I agree. But I am going to jump off here. If you guys have any ideas for how, like I said, if you like, let's say you make cutting boards or something, and you want to get it out there because you make a cool kind of cutting board, or maybe you just make a regular friggin' cutting board, but you want to try to get your Etsy shop some more business. Email me. We'll talk about either you sending me a picture of one. We'll talk about it. We'll do a video on it. I'm down. Like I like that idea. I like the idea of trying to get like putting money in other people's pockets. So so definitely just like drop me a line. And if you have any ideas for that too, because like I said, I'm still kind of trying to piece it out. But that being said, peace out. See what I did there? All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. Have a great Memorial Day. Bye-bye. It's going to say, are you sure? Yes.